Good afternoon, this is Mel from Integral Blinds. We're here in Tewkesbury this afternoon, just having completed the installation that you see here of quite a large number of our magnet operated SwiftGlide integral blinds. The elevation that you see here is south facing. It gets the full force of the sun. The issue with that is not only solar gain inside the internal spaces, in this case what we're looking at here is a kitchen and a music stroke entertainment party room, but also UV, ultraviolet, will come against an elevation such as this and it will fade all the internal decor, furnishings and flooring. To mitigate that, we've used something called 4-season 4-function glass. The 4 functions it provides: first of all, a 60 to 70% reduction in solar gain and a 50% reduction in UV transmission. The reduction in solar gain, by the way, the effects that you would feel of that in an internal space is that it would be much more comfortable. You wouldn't get the harsh heat and glare of the sun coming into the space here, driving you deeper into the building on a nice day like this, especially when you've got a nice view such as what you have here. The reduction in UV transmission, as I said, it protects the internal decor, furnishings and flooring from fading from the sunlight. So that's again a good function to have. The third function, and I'll just step outside just to show you these last 2 functions, it's got a coating on it like Teflon. Nothing can stick to it. It makes it easier to clean. Rainwater just sheets off of it. It's like watching magic. On normal glass, rainwater will come against an elevation like this, especially if it's as exposed as what this is. You know, it's isolated property. It's not surrounded, no high walls or garden fences, no other adjoining properties to shelter it. The rain will really come against this glass, and if the sun comes out a short time after, it would dry and you'd have a very large amount of glass, and there's dozens of square meterage of glass on this project that would stain and need cleaning all the time. And finally, the 4th function is that it's a privacy glass. I don't know if you can see from this video, but it does have a slight mirror-like sheen. That means that if you've got a property or windows and doors on your project that are overlooked, perhaps by surrounding houses or gardens, footpaths, that sort of thing, it does give you a degree of privacy over and above what the integral blinds would provide you with. It's not always desirable to have to close off the blinds, again, especially on a nice day like this when you want to enjoy the view. So you can just tilt the control here to operate the blinds. But as you see, very easy to tilt, but you can enjoy your view if you've got the privacy glass, and you can keep the blinds open with the degree of privacy that the glass provides you with. The colour range that we have available is quite extensive, especially when you start to get into the dress perimeter. The dress perimeter colour options number about 100 or so colours. The slat colours are about, say, several to a dozen. And we can even now do a dual colour dress perimeter. So for example here, the dress perimeter is jet black. It makes the gaskets disappear against it there, as you see. It also frames the view beautifully. You know, when you're looking out at, say, something like this, a garden with, you know, a nice vista, nothing better to frame it with than jet black. It really makes the view count through each and every unit on a project. I always say to people, if you look at all the best paintings in the world, they all have one thing common, and that's that they have a frame. Well, a good view also has a frame. So choosing the colour scheme for your project is important when you to get it right. The colour scheme here is beige grey with a jet black perimeter, and you could have gone for this same colour scheme with our new W Smart system as well. I've got one of the new W Smart controllers here to show you. This is it here. So where this would sit, we'd sit it up here on the top of the unit. So it's a solar battery powered blind, automated remote control, plus those arrows there, they show blue and green when you press them to indicate movement of the blind and functionality. It's what we call the W Smart system, and of course it opens itself up in the future with software upgrades to being able to operate it through Alexa voice control as well as app control from an iPad or iPhone. Just talking about the dress perimeter that you see here, the pocket at the top is deeper than what it would otherwise be if you were to sort of just conceal the just conceal the hedgerow. As you see there, with the concealed stack, the blind has gone up entirely out of view. It's a very tidy and very smart way to complete an integral blind project, the look of one, especially if you've got as many units around you as this. Venetian blinds are renowned for never stacking, always perfectly level, and when you've got as many as this on a project, or even if you've got just 3, 4, 5 in a room, nothing worse than looking at the left hand centre one and right hand one and seeing them all stacking slightly out of level to each other. Well, that is Venetian blinds for you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You can't fix it, you can't adjust it, especially if it's inside the unit, and it's the way it is. But the dress perimeter conceals a multitude of sins. It hides the mechanical joints between the side profile and the headrail. It also, as I say, conceals the raised Venetian slat stack. It really is a minimal addition to the project in terms of what it takes off your sight line. So here on the left hand side, where there is no internal profile, it's just over a thumb's width wide on the left, and there it's just the width for the internal profile. You can see the internal profile in there. So we've just gone a few mil over that, and that's necessary because you've got, in this case, a magnet system that interacts inside and outside of the glass. On a solar powered or an automated system, it would be that wide left and right because there is no internal profile needed on that. Whatever you need on your project in terms of the functionality, whether it's automated, solar battery powered, as I've discussed here, or 24 volt automated with Alexa voice control or iPad, smartphone, iPad control, we can do it for you. And just remember, we supply and install throughout the whole of the UK and Ireland. You've seen projects recently on our YouTube channel of projects we've done in the Snowdonia National Park as well as in the Brecon Beacons. We've also done a project just finished near Bodmin Moor, as well as into Southwest Ireland last year, Cork and Killarney, and around Kerry, the Ring of Kerry, of course. We did 2 projects last year. So wherever you are and whatever you want, we'd be happy to help. The homeowners of the project here, Mr. and Mrs. S, I understand, are delighted with the project. I'm told that it makes a transformation to the room, and you see it's a very nice room, and everything that gets brought into the home here, thought and consideration does go into it. The couple did come and visit us in our factory just before or after the lockdown, I can't remember which, and they considered the choices and options available to them for the integral blinds on the UK market very carefully, and we were chosen as we usually are on a project of this calibre. If you've got any questions or you've got a project you'd like to discuss with us, contact us on 0800 6102 610. Alternatively, you can email us at sales@integralblinds.com. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Integral Blinds, and again check out our YouTube channel where you can see all the projects like this that we've done recently throughout the UK and Ireland. Look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.